All right, we have a new toy in the hobby room. Um, I've wanted one of these for a while. I got a couple of awards at work, and so I decided to use my award points to buy a laser engraver. I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to do with this outside of one little project. And it looks like I may have gotten the entirely Cantonese or Mandarin. Oh no, there is English. Okay. Um, I have one project I'm going to play around with. I don't know what else I'll be using it for, but yeah, I've never done an unboxing. Some stickers. I looked at the Amcar and a couple others, and I decided to go with this one um, because it's from Creality. And um, Creality, I have had relatively good luck with their printers. I had a couple of Ender 3s. Um, they were good. They were good. I ended up moving over to a Bamboo X1C because, it was that printing was the hobby, not the things being printed. So, um, anyway, I just thought instead of a company I had not heard of, I would go with Creality. Um, and this is first adventure. Sorry for the shitty camera work. First adventure, um, first item. Um, my wife has blamed me for getting into a hobby, going balls deep into it, getting everything humanly possible, upgrading to the best on the market, and she is completely right. So, this is, as she put it, the starter device. Um, but we'll see. We get some glasses that are not as heinous as I expected them to be. Um, Although the laser has kind of a cone on the bottom that does theoretically block the laser light, it would be stupid to stare at that or to stare at the laser in motion without these. So um, I got the freebies and then I ordered a second set so that if my wife and I want to play around with the thing at the same time, or if my clearly gifted, beautiful, and unreasonably smart granddaughter wants to come in and watch it shoot, she can do so. Um, Looks like it is typical extrusion. Um, there were some, the typical T-nuts that you would have on like an extrusion-based 3D printer. There's some, there's a shitty little wrench, shitty little Allen keys. Um, so, and this one I moved. I don't know what the phone there is to be used for. We'll see. And then I am sure a completely clean SD card with nothing on it that is going to give my computer a venereal disease. So we'll just shove that in and see what happens. Um, 3 legs, which I was warned in someone else's video not to be concerned about. It's not a, like a little 3-legged doggy that the mere thought of makes me want to cry. But the fourth leg is attached to the control box. So this is the CR Falcon. It is 5 watt. So what I read was like a 1/4 inch plywood. I call shenanigans on that it could cut through. Not intending to use it for cutting, as far as I know, more for etching and engraving. Like I said, one particular project, not sure what else. And then you got your extrusion. I forgot what this size is called. 2 pieces, 4 pieces, which would make sense. Uh, something there. Oh, that's nice. It's got a ruler built in millimeter scale. That's helpful. Yeah, yeah. All right. Um, like I said, control box, and I would assume here the gantry. I would imagine this was easy for Creality to get into because you look at the parts overlap, right? You're using a little stepper motor, though not the same size that was used on my Ender 3s. So that's interesting. Gantry also has a ruler on it. So yeah, looks like belt drive. Um, that can be always fun. Just need to remember, just like on um, 3D printers, to keep that tightened. Looks like some eccentric nuts on the wheels. These nuts. Um, so making it easy to tighten down. Limit switch. I don't love this cable cover. I'll probably print a cable chain for it. But yeah, it's nice. Anodized aluminum. Control box looks like it has a barrel jack, USB-C. Once again, I'm sure it won't give my computer any sort of VD. Micro SD. I'm hoping that's an e-stop. And then a power switch. Um, don't love the way that that piece of electronics is entering the box. That seems like a QA issue. I think I might take an extra look at that and make sure that we don't have any strain on the wires on the other side of this. I don't know if it's ferrite. Maybe it's ferrite. I can't imagine why, um, but it could be a ferrite choke on it. Nope, just a strain relief. Looks like I need some new magnetic paper, don't I? Looks like just a strain relief. So yeah, basic setup. Like I said, 5 watt. I have no idea how to use it yet. What I have learned on the font of knowledge being YouTube and the Oracle being ChatGPT is that you can use any Gerbil based program, but Lightburn is the go to. So I have loaded Lightburn up on a very old Mac, and I'll be using it to run this. Evidently, you have the option of putting the G code onto the micro SD, shoving that in, sending off your job, or you can control it via the via Lightburn. I'm probably going to opt for the latter, just so that if it goes awry, I'm able to cancel it. I thought that there would be some sample material in here. Oh, yeah, look at that. Little bit of balsa or basswood. It's pretty thick. We'll see if we can cut it. Evidently, this is good for doing kind of a speed over power testing to see how fast you can go, at what power, at what distance on the laser, and to help you kind of dial it in, evidently. So we will burn some of this. we're staged by a window. There's a VOC filter in this room. This is what we call the hobby room. I may one time do a look at it when it's not an atrocious mess. But we're staged near a window. The intent is, if this is something that I dig, probably doing like one of those tents you put over it, that has a fan on the back, and then sending it out the window there. Um, and running that. Oh crap! Now I screwed up my camera mount. Running that anytime that we've got the laser running. So yeah, stay tuned. Okay, I've never been accused of being bright. Neither is my key light here. By key light, I mean a light that was sitting in here for when I work on watches. Anyway, star of the show, the laser. I don't think it's legal for a 51-year-old man to say laser without doing the Dr. Evil air quotes. All right. This is, by the way, the Jerry Rig Everything knife. I gotta say, it is really a nice knife. I like the coating. Feels really solid. I tend to like a more flip open, but the thumb thing on it is good. It's good. It's easy to open. And clearly, I need to change the blade in it. That was no bueno. Sure, that sounded great. The laser. Yeah. So there was an option. You can take an old Ender 3 and add a laser to it. But that was like $299 for 299 bucks for like a 5 watt or a 3 watt. And this whole thing ended up 140 for a 5 watt, which is pretty great. I mean, lowest common denominator, but still. Oh, it does look like it has an extraction fan. Oh, and there's what that foam was used for. Maybe. There's what that foam was used for. I guess I could have turned on the overhead light again to help. Circuits. Und. Boy, some little caps. Yeah, little fan motor, 2 fan motors. In the typical spirit of 3D printing, the fan is only attached with 2 screws. I did like this little kickstand here. Well, kickstand there. For setting your offset from the workpiece. And that's variable by what you are working on, but it looks like there's some sort of markings, and you may be able to flip this up and down, but we'll find out when we actually read the directions. So yeah. One thing that's very interesting, a little project that I found, is to take an old Ender 3 and make a rotary from it, a rotary rotary whatever, where you can do like Stanley mugs and stuff with it, but you use parts from an Ender 3. I mean, really, you need a stepper motor that can be in sync, and have those on the printer, as well as like 2 or 3 extras. And then you need to cable it in and tell Lightburn that it's on there, and then figure out how many steps per millimeter, add that to Lightburn, and it'll control that piece. That could be fun. That could be some fun stuff. So I may do that in future. So yeah, there you go.